let's see. It's 2:23. What can we do? I was expecting a visit, and that's why I didn't know when I was able to ride. So I have no idea what we can do. So we just jumped on the bike. We're doing this route for now. Daughter is asleep. And we're skiing. We have stage 4. We're not ready for the out today. Right? Last run is going to take us over an hour to do. Man, so tough. We can walk her. Oh, I have to put on the light, man. I have to put on the light. There we go. We are stage 5. Guys, I want to do San Jose Paelica, stage 5. That might be fun.
Tell me now as I lay you down.
I think we're gonna do that, boys. I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, let's add 20 minutes. Let's adjust the title. Where do we change the title?
I've been coming up hot for a minute.
There we go.
Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Yeah, I go so dumb. Everybody know what flow I'm on. You already know when the click come through to the shit that is about to be a show.
Oh. Alright, oh my god. Little crap. Alright, B.
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I drop the top when I'm in it. Everybody know the yeah, I go
Hey, Gavin, how are you, man? How are you? I guess it's a good morning for you. I put my baby girl to sleep like an hour ago. I was waiting for somebody to pass by who wants to buy something for my wife, so I had to wait on that. Did you change something, or did it automatically went wrong? That sucks so bad, man. If you're just gonna ride and the shifting is not working properly, it messes up the entire ride and your overall feeling. I know how it feels. Did you try the automatically shifting adjustment? There's this, I don't know if I can show you. I have this little power bar which is close to my steer, which has one button on it. If you press shifting and you hold the shift, it will light up and show you how much battery you have left, right? If you hold in that button, that's on the lightning thing, if you just hold it in, that's the way you calibrate your Di2. So you just have to hold it in, and it will give a red light. It will keep red. I think that's about it. I have to try. So I hold it in. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So I hold it in and it starts blinking. I keep pedaling and my DRL is automatically now switching all the channels and adjusting where it needs to be done. No problem. So one of the things I bought the Di2 second hand, and nobody never explained it to me until I had the same problem like you. I was stuck in like 3 or 4 gears only, and once I hit that button, it started blinking, it started adjusting itself, and it was all fixed. No problem, I hope it helps, man. I hope it does the trick for you. So yeah, I wasn't sure on what time I was gonna be able to hop on the bike because of that lady who was passing by, but she's gone now and we're here. I started to do a loop in New York, which we haven't had a badge for yet, but we're not gonna complete it because we decided to join the race again. We're going for stage 5. We did stage 1 now 3 times. So it's time for something a little bit different. So we're going back to the Sequoias and have another go at that Titan Scale 1. Last time around there, we We had to let a few guys go on that KOM who climbed a lot better than us. We stuck with a little second group. I think I came in, I'm not sure, I think it was 10th position. Not really sure, 6th or 10th. We won the sprint, but yeah, we didn't win the race, of course. So let's see how we do today. We'll go to the 10 dust again for the first 10K. So hopefully you see a nice group there in the front. And then we'll see how we are today on the climb, right? 22.5 kilometers. I'm not feeling it. I just wanted to do this one first and just get the badge. But I'm not feeling like doing like a spin-off ride today. I want to do something more exciting, something a little bit more pushy. So that's what we're about to do. As you can see, 12 more minutes, so 5 more minutes and we'll just join the starting pen. I have no idea how many people there will be. I have noticed that most of the people are done with the Tour for All, so there are not that many participants anymore, especially because there's a race every hour at this point, right? For the last 3 or 4 days, there's been a race every hour starting, so the field is so split up. And that means smaller groups. So I'm expecting something like the last races, around 50 people, which is a nice good group. There are probably a few riders who will be a lot better at us than climbing. So I'm not sure if you want to like do a little attack just before the climb and try to tire them a bit, or we just want to save as much as possible. And then like last time we did that, we saved as much as possible, and then once we hit that first slope, we try to go to the front and stick to those wheels. It came in back and bite me in the ass a little bit. On the actual KOM it was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, and yeah, a few gaps were made. So a few of them got away. We still remain with the biggest group, right? There were a few guys in front. I won the sprint, so yeah, not sure how we're gonna do today. It's a little bit of a mixed ride for me because the first part will be, I think, will be very chill, very good for my side because you have a nice draft to sit in with the weight. I like it that much. And then, yeah, a lot of hills and bumps after that, but that's gonna sting. Is the music volume okay, or is it too loud? Wasn't able to check it. I just started up and went with it. I was all a little bit in a hurry today setting up, because I'm not sure when my baby girl is gonna wake up, and at some point I want to be done with the race when she's awake. So yesterday we went on a mountain bike ride outside, 20 kilometers. We had some nice speedy trials. It was very dry weather, so even the off-road bits are very speedy, which is kind of fun, but yeah, it's not the real mountain bike you expect, right? Most of the time I go mountain biking in the winter when it's wet and cold, if you go to the forest then, even though it's a flat surface, it's really challenging because the tracks are slippery. And swiftly. Well, I'm a little bit lucky in that kind of case because yesterday I had to work, but there is a sort of a mountain bike trail I can follow to work. So it's 10k to work and 10k back. So it's a little bit of a mix-up. But if we act like a 10k is like a time trial, we can be pretty tired when we come at work, which is nice. Hey, Mabeta. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in, guys. A few more minutes and we are back for stage 5. It didn't hurt enough the last time, so we're doing it again. With all these 2-for-all races, the other races are really have slowed down and there's not that much choice racing wise. And I really felt like doing a race. So it was here again a stage 1 race, which we did 3 times in a row now. So yeah, I just wanted to do something a little bit different. And we went for stage 5. We could have gone for the Alp race, but I wasn't feeling that. 1 hour of climbing, no time for that today. Even though if I wanted to, I really didn't have the time to spend, yeah, because it's with the leading included, it's like 1 hour 15, 1 hour 20 minutes. While this race, I think will set us back like 40 minutes something, depending on the speed on the flats. Let's make it around 5k for the warm-up. We didn't really raise the heart rate, but I'm not really afraid of starting a little bit colder today, because I know the first 10k, except for like the first 2 minutes maybe, but normally the 9k after that should be pretty doable. I should be a good warm-up for the K1. So I'm not really too worried about warming up longer or harder at this point. Hair washing day. You have a hair washing day? Is that a weekly thing or No, you got me curious, man. You got me curious about that. A hair washing day. Because at some point you can just wash your hair today and then wash it again tomorrow if it's necessary, right? But unless you have a hair washing day, of course, then it shouldn't be right to wash your hair on another hair washing day. You've been there in the shower like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Nice, bro. And are you not allowed to wash it more often than that? Let's go to the sand pen and see how many people are with us today. I'm hoping around 50. We'll see soon enough. with us in the off season. It's only twice every. It's once every 2 weeks. Once we have the PMD, that means all the plastic cans and stuff, and the other week we have the overall stuff, the usual garbage, and then once a month we got paper. I've been waiting for that one. I've got this big trampoline I ordered for my baby girl, and I have a lot of paper to be thrown out. Still have to wait for that. It's a really small field at this point, guys. Really small. Come on, 11 people? What is this? Well, if it's 10, it's only 10 other guys than me, right? So if it's 10 good guys, it still can be a really hard one. It's been so long since I had a small field like this. Before the Corona times, these things happened a lot, right? Where you join the race and then there was only like 10 to 20 people. But then Corona hit and then every race was like 200 to 300 people. And you can see the weather is getting better again now, and the scariness of the Corona is laying down. So smaller fields again. Smaller fields again. Green and black this week. Yeah, you told me about you told me about that. Yeah, but it's all been like this, man. Last week, 2 days ago, we did stage 1, and then the day before we did stage 1 as well, I think. We did stage 1 3 times in a row. One time we did the Watopia waistband, and then 2 times the campus budget, the 57K. Those were all really, really well for us. 2 days ago we did the waistband, and that was a really, really fun one to do. We were like in the first group, but we were really strong. We caused a little breakaway, and I was together with this one guy, this Japanese guy. He was a really, really fast climber, but yeah, we stuck with them through the hills. And then I thought I would have like an easy sprint on him being much higher in weight, so producing much more high wattages. But he went so early, and I had to sprint like 20 seconds at like 600-700 watts just to catch his wheel again. And then the sprints had to start. We barely won. He gave us a really, really big battle for it. So yeah. We will be not even 20, I think. Come on, guys, two more people. We get an even 20. I'm not sure how this race is gonna be. It's been such a long time since we have only like 17 other people there. Small group. Let's try not to kill each other. This is a race, man. We want to kill each other. That's why we race, right? So yeah, let's see how this front block is gonna go. This guy in front of me is doing 5 watts a kilo. So he's a very lightweight. He's gonna give us so much trouble in the sequoias. So let him do all the work here and try to stick in his wheel and see where that gets us, right? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. They're all coming back though. They're all coming back. Nice little blobbity blob. So I'm not sure what the plan will be. I might try to sting a few times here on the flat just to make them a little bit more tired. Not sure if that's gonna work though. Because I think we will have a hard time with these lightweight guys climbing. It's not the biggest climb, but it's enough to make a really big difference in time if you go strong on it. Yeah, I'm predicting we'll all stick together here all the way through the climb, and then a few of them will do 5 watts a kilo the entire climb for sure. For sure. The thing is, the question will be how strong are we? Can we try to stay close to them and not lose too much time? And if so, do we have some people to work with to try and catch them back afterwards? Because if a lightweight is going 5 watts a kilo of that KOM, I'm too heavy for that. I can't follow that pace. I know if I'm climbing the KOM, I have to focus myself. Like just above 300 watts is a really good pace for me. And if it goes much stronger than that, I'm done. You already have me in the gold medal? We're already 3K in. On these smaller races, we want to go for the Zwift win, right? We don't want the Zwift power win. I think some of these guys in this group never even heard of Zwift power. That isn't always because they are using a bad trainer or using whatever, or in the wrong group. Sometimes they just don't care or they just don't know about it. That's why Zwift needs to improve the in-game system so that everybody is on there and people get disqualified in the Zwift results and not on a third-party program. Hey June. It starts flat, but you will get what you want, man. We go straight to the Sequoias. And even though it's not the Alp, it's a lot of climbing for me. So a little bit of bus riding now. But there will be more social distancing once we start climbing. I promise you that. Pace is really smooth at this point, so I might be doing an attack soon. I will try it, man. I will see it. So once we will hit the waterfall, I think it's a 1% incline there. Might be the perfect time to maybe have a little attack and try to hurt some of them. I'm sitting here really nicely at this point, so I can just keep sitting in and gamble doing well on the Titan's Grove. But I'm pretty sure there are a few undercover films in this group who will beat my ass there. So yeah, once you go through Antelope Canyon here, we have a little go. I'm not really, I don't think anybody will be dropped. But maybe like a few riders follow me and we can even split the group, who knows? If not, let's hope they just get tired and chasing us. I wish this was my FTP. How cool would that be? Yeah. Imagine that, 400 FTP, easy. One is dropping, guys. Our tech did something good. Nope. Can't. We averaged 311 on the Bologna time track, which was amazing, right? That was a real high for me. If the Bologna trail was 200 meters longer, we would have made the 20-minute mark and set a new FTP. But we finished in 18 minutes something. You can go for some sleep then after this. Brings the dark side of you. It's not easy. It's not easy. Good luck on that. Ain't easy. It ain't easy. This one guy made back, man. Damn it. They cool down all too much. I'm seeing two high numbers, so that's two lightweights. That G Mao China guy. That was the guy who was doing 540 kilo in the start. So that's one who will get away, I guess, once you start climbing. Yeah, I did an 18 minutes, 20 seconds, I think, or 18 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm not sure, I have to check. It was a really good PR for me. I went around FTP all the way through the bottom of the climb to around 290 average. Then I did the climb around 330 watts average. And we were able to hold it all the way to the end, which was an amazing feeling. It was my best race wattage-wise until this point. But it was a very much unique one because we haven't been close to that ever since. This is the guy. This is the guy. I think in front of us is the winner of today's race. His weight will be so much of an advantage. The flat is about to end, guys. The flat is about to end. That means we will get tired soon. A lot. Trying to hold those wheels. And we'll just try our best. And see where that takes us. Here we go. Once we turn to the right, the first incline starts, and that's where we have to position ourselves and see how long we can hold it. Every race is different, so let's just do our best and see where it ends up. All for you, Doom, all for you, man. That guy is flying away, man. Jesus. Some small bums, guys. Yeah. Okay, I'm still has to start. All those dinosaurs, man. It's important to get on top, but if you stick with this group, would even better. Start to hurt. Ah. Ah. Ah, scheiße. Yeah. Looking forward to them. Jesus. Watch out. Ah. Stupid time, bro. Second rest day? Damn, must be nice. Trying to stay strong, man. I don't think we can catch up to the good two. I went pretty deep on that climb, so the legs are a little bit empty. Oh. Ah, shit. Ah. Ah. that guy that we beat, Mr. Saul, he fucked us, man. He fucked us. If he didn't attack way too soon like a shit noob, he would have had a better chance against Terao. Yeah, man, I've been on the edge for a while. That's why I need to lose a little bit of weight just to make that jump into the beast. I need that weight boost to get me in there like nicely, so I can hold the front group just a little bit longer. I don't mind losing the front group, but not in the first couple of laps on the grid, right? There's enough sandbaggers and crazy people in the seats. As you can see, we went all effort on the climb. Those guys were doing 5 watts a kilo, climbing those hills and still maintaining a good gap on the flats. So they are way over the category limits, and that's what make me on the right place at this point. I might be in the top end of the seats, but it's always a big struggle, a big struggle to finish in the top as well. So yeah, I'm training really good. It's not like I'm sitting on my ass doing nothing and then just sprinting in the end. I'm really working to stick with that front, to hold those gaps, or to maintain those gaps on the climbs, and trying to close them back again when we have a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, I tried the Bs last week. Last week we did a B race in the Crit City, which is one of our best courses, right? So if we are trying the Bs, I think the Crit race is the best place for me to go, because with our weight we have a little bit of an advantage in the draft. So those Crit races have proven to be very well for us and forgiving for us. But yeah, we are dropped in the 4th lap of the first group. We still had a really good race with the other guys who dropped, so we still had a fun race, but for the same choice we were dropped and then had to just sit on our ass for the rest of the race, and that's not the point as well, right? To go all out for 3-4 laps and then do nothing anymore. Thanks, man. I've been racing a lot and I've been trying some stuff, and I know what works for me at some courses. I know where I have to really push hard. Like now on the attack in Scum, as soon as you see the start of the KM start, that's where I need to like attack, but my attack on that part is just holding the wheels. As you can see on the graph, I went a lot over FTP that part of the climb, because if I don't do that and if I maintain my FTP, the gap will be too big anyhow. So I have to burn all my matches there, try to get a wheel, which we had, right? And then go with that little group. If that's not the first group anymore, then so be it, but we gave it our best. If I maintain there for a better sprint in the end, I will lose these guys anyhow, and we don't have a sprint. Yeah, if things goes well, that is always a nice feeling. Like in this case, I'm pretty sure we could have won the sprint if that one guy didn't attack before the bend. He attacked 1.2k before the finish, and that might work in a bigger group where everybody's just waiting. But if you're only 3 guys, they're not gonna sit down, they're gonna chase you. So you will be whiffed, those guys will be chasing you, and you probably lose. And that's what he did, he came last. The guy who went first, he came last because that's the worst tactic you can do unless you are feeling so rested and you know you can do a 1.2k sprint, then okay. But now we were both back. This one guy had he had the featherweight power up. I wasted mine on the end of the climb, so I didn't have that. No, I wasted it on getting back, right? Yeah, I wasted it on getting back in their wheels. He saved it up, and he got the best of us. I think we came a little bit closer in the end, but it was just too far for me. It was too far for me. Yeah, I don't know if they knew that, but yeah, they did the exact thing to beat me. Of course, if you go early, I can do a 1 kilometer sprint in the end of a race. That's just a little bit too long. In best case scenario, I can just sit in the wheel nice and easy and go out 400 meters, even better 300 meters, and just do a 1000 watt sprint. And most of the time in this category, I win it. But if you have to ramp it up to like 500-600 watts just to get in the wheels again. 2 days ago we had about the same, right? It was the same finish. This guy went really early as well, but already in the bend, not even before, but in the bend. We had to sprint 700 watts to get back in his wheel, and then we have to sprint another 800 watts to win. It was a really tough sprint, but we won that actually. Oh, damn it. I felt like we could have done like a little bit better, but I went all out on that climb, man. I really wanted to push that climb so hard. So I burned my matches there. Was glad to stick with the guy in front of me, and then we got those guys back, and then we were 3 in the end, right? So yeah, but those first two were, yeah, 15 seconds, and they maintained that gap perfectly until the end. Perfectly. I'm glad we did the race. I'm glad we finished the race. We have more experience. The legs had some more training, and we'll try to do even better the next one, right? Tomorrow morning, probably. Tomorrow morning, my time, will be the next one. We have to do some badges as well, but most of the time when I get on the bike, I want to do races, man. I like races that much. I don't like badge hunting that much. It's good for a recovery ride or just like an easy spin. But yeah, we almost have all long badges left, like 20k plus. So that's always like 40-50 minutes. Racist. I like racist. I like races. I like the pain, man. I like the pain. While you're doing it, it sucks. It really sucks, and then why am I doing this to myself? But just after that, you have such a good feeling, and I really like that feeling. And I want to keep getting that, and then you only get that while doing races. I will be glad though if the Tour for All is finished, because I feel like I've been doing the same sort of races the last 3 weeks. At first all the stages, but then we did stage 2 3 times. We did stage 1 3 times, and now we did stage 5 2 times. So I want those races to be gone, and then we can do some more quick races, right? Those are fun. I like me some quick races. It's been a while since we've done a quick race. I think the B category race was the last one we did for quick race wise. The Bell Lap is even longer. Let's see, maybe after the Tour for All, Zwift has something different in store for us to sink our teeth in. But for now, we did a good job, right? We did a good job. I'm pretty sure, even though I think we came 4th, right? 4th. but I'm pretty sure, like you guys said in front, I probably have the gold on Drift Power. It's not on there yet. But as you can see, yeah, a lot of Tour for All races. And it's all gold medals, but this is Drift Bar, right guys? So keep in mind, not a lot of people are on Drift Power, especially in these races. I think today or tomorrow is the last day. The last couple of days have been recovery rides or recuperation rides or whatever you call them to if you missed one. So basically you don't have to do any stage in the first couple of weeks, and then you just have to do 1 week of 5 rides or races, and you have the finish badge in your pocket. But I think this is a misinformation thing, because the people on Drift Power in bigger rides, this is a good tool, but in the small rides like we just did now, I rather have good results in Zwift than on this, because this doesn't add up to people who don't have it, and doesn't add to people who are sandbagging. The sandbaggers can be obviously removed, but it always feels good if you beat them, right? So I'm always really wanting to try and beat those guys who are much better than me. Although I do like the races with separate classes, because it's A, B, C and D starts together, you get a really punchy ride. Those starts are crucially hard. Those are really hard. We'll probably after Tour for All will be doing more of those as well. I think it's a nice way to try and like go to the Bs. It's a nice jump to the Bs, right? Because you are following A's, B's and C's together. So there's always faster groups and there's always slower groups. So at that point, most of the time, you go as fast as you can at that day. I'm gonna get my bike back. The sun is gonna hit this room very soon now, and then it heats up really badly.
Away from this place, I can't escape anymore.
Alright, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me on this race. I hope you had a joyful time. I hope to see you guys in the next couple of days as well for the next races and rides. You are all thanked very much to join my pain. It's really nice to have you guys here. It makes me always push a little bit harder. And thanks for supporting. I'm gonna hit the shower, enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and let those legs relax for tomorrow morning, right? If you guys still have to ride, good luck. Good luck on your team time throughout the night. Anyone who still wants to hop on the bike, good luck today, man. Guys, stay safe, and I see you guys tomorrow or one of the next couple of days. Thank you so much, and goodbye.